So I thought this would be a little bit of fun. I had done the second mercenary task and over there on my necromancer, and then I did it on my enchanter. And since I recorded both runs, I decided to do a little head-to-head and show the various techniques. Obviously, this kind of situation probably favors the necromancer in the sense that he can run past and FD off aggro. He can get in quicker. For instance, if this was a challenge of who can get to Sathir's tomb quickest using our tomb, our basic talents, I would give the edge to the necromancer. Obviously, the enchanter can get there. It's just going to take a little bit longer. For instance, his invis are not instant. He doesn't have any. He has a couple of aggro fades, but they take time to refresh, longer than the necromancer. Necromancer can FD, stand up, hit invis instantly, and truck on. He can divine invulnerability and run past. He's got a lot of tools. But this is a fairly simple challenge, and there's not a lot of work to get to the mobs that he needs to get. In this case, 3 of the Devourer mobs. If this was the skeletons, the 8 skeletons, it would probably take the enchanter about twice as long as the necromancer, because he's going to have to do a little more work to get the skeletons. I'm saying we're not counting on respawns or anything. On the other hand, the enchanter is very good about getting rid of additional mobs if he needs to. So he doesn't have to kill a lot. The necromancer probably could be very good that way, but it might take longer to dispose of the additional ads, and because of the necro's superior DPS, quite often he'll simply kill the ads. Necromancer's sustained DPS on these two is about, the necromancer does about 3 times the sustained DPS the enchanter does. Enchanters do a lot of DPS now compared to when the early days. It's gone up certainly 100,000 sustained DPS is easy on an enchanter. I'm an alt. I have not played an enchanter seriously in a couple of years, so good enchanters may be able to do better than that. And I'm not hitting a lot of burns until the very end on this one. This enchanter, I used to play him seriously. Last time I seriously played an enchanter in group, using all my skills and raiding on him, was probably the Broken Mirror era. And that was the king of enchanters. Our runes were not timer, there was no timer conflict, so we could just cycle through some very powerful runes and essentially face tank named mobs in the Broken Mirror era. That's since been nerfed or just changed, whatever. I don't even know if it's a nerf. And so enchanters don't have quite the same strength they did in terms of being able to tank mobs and stand up there and go head to head. Obviously the pet is much weaker in the enchanter. There's no enhancement EM focus. This is a mage geared. They're both mage geared pets. One is the warrior pet. This is the standard enchanter pet. Now the necromancer is just going to pull it. He's if he gets too much aggro, he can FD it off instantly. And in this case, he did a quick pull and accidentally got the semi-named, the medallion dropper. And so he's going to have to either kill that or try and feign it off. Now, to feign it off, again, that takes a certain amount of time. And if he's dotted the mob at all, then it's going to be longer. So, of course, the necromancer just chooses to go pure DPS and just burn down these 2 mobs. He got lucky in that there was a devourer just pathing down, but then he got unlucky in that he pulled a risen Finistra. I would say in the first battle, I'd give the edge to the enchanter. Again, this is not a totally fair test. The necromancer is going to be a lot more skilled at slipping through large swaths of a dungeon to be able to assassinate one particular mob. And, I know what my necromancer can do, so I'm not too worried about just bowling through it. On the other hand, I have not played an Enchanter seriously a while. I will do a video to go on to his setup, but as you can see, the setups are very similar because I am conforming to a certain style. My Bard, my Necromancer, and my Enchanter have all been converted to this current style that I'm doing. And I will do my Shaman next, probably because I have to start playing him again. Have to is the wrong term. I get to start playing him again. I am. So we've each killed our first mob, but the just because of the way I chose to do this on the Necromancer, I am wasting a lot of time on the Arisen Finestra. In this particular mission, I would say both the Enchanter and the Necromancer did it in about the same period of time. Again, this is an easier mission because it's only 3 Devourers, and those mobs tend to be in areas where you can get to them fairly quickly. These guys take a little longer to kill. And here we go. He's dead. Now we move on to the second kill. This is the Enchanter. He's just going to invis past the 2 undead. This is undead, so he can just slip past this. And we have our first target. So a Bottomless Gnar. And you'll notice it takes the Enchanter longer to kill the individual mobs. Okay, here comes an ad. The Enchanter will just mez him off. So he's mezzed. And go back to destroying the Devourer, which is our target. And I'm not going to have to kill this ad. What I will simply do is leave him mezzed and then blur his memory and move forward, where there will be the 3rd Devourer to kill. It just takes longer. I use a rotation of Pulmonary Gripped, Mind Drift, Mind Clash. That's the 115, 110 nuke. I'm not sure if that's the best current rotation for DPS in an Enchanter. I'll do some research on that. Obviously, I've just started playing an Enchanter again, but that's the kind of standard rotation I do for. And then I have some other things I can throw in there. Mind Coil. But here I am just. This Pulmonary Grip is like a nuke. It's got a really big nuke at the beginning, and then it's got a heavy dot that follows. And like I said, works out to about 100k sustained DPS. Probably not getting everything I can out of an Enchanter at this point. So blur the mob and move past. Now we move to the second kill on the Necromancer. Let's see what we've got in setup. Okay, obviously there's his target. Simple, easy. Pulls these 2. And again, he's a Necromancer. He's just going to kill them both. He could feign and try and split them, but I don't think that's the Necromancer way. Okay, he feigned. He's waiting for one to go. Turns out. And here we go. So we singled it. Good for him. I should watch my videos beforehand. I forgot how I'd handle this one. But yeah, so this is very sweet. This is a sweet kill. And with Necromancer DPS, this is a far smoother kill than anything an Enchanter can work, because he singled the mob and now he will burn it down with Necro-style DPS. And as I said, Pain gets about 3 times the DPS sustained that the Enchanter does. On burns, I suspect that might hold true too, but I'm not sure. I have not run any numbers on Enchanter burns in a long time. I have got them set up. I know how they're supposed to be done, but I just have not played the Enchanter. It's been about 18 months, and 18 months ago I was boxing him. Before, it's been a couple years before I've really played him as a in a group in that type of situation. So we come to the third kill. Again, we've already got this set up. There's no fancy work need to be done. It's just going to be how quick you can kill him. I know this is the third mob, so I'll go ahead and hit my burns. And he will die in short order. This is when I hit my burns. I was like, I don't think we're going to have to wait for this one because I'm going to be gating out after this. And as I said, at some point I will do a video to go over the setup for my Enchanter. It's very much based on what I'm doing with the Necromancer. And there, third mob's done. We've done that quest. We get out of dodge. Now we'll see how Pain handles the third mob. It shouldn't be any more difficult. Just different styles. So invis past these mobs, and we know there's going to be a devourer up there. So there's just no problem at all here. No fancy work. Kill the mob. Obviously, the pet's much tougher than the Enchanter pet. I think that the Enchanter has most of his pet AAs done, but there's still some work to be done. These are both mage gears, but enhanced minium makes a difference. Anyways, two different classes, different styles. I will talk to you later. You guys take care. Bye.